The left is eating itself. We're truly at a glorious time in history. Honestly, I will be real. I never expected to be here in my life. So, but we are. J.D. Vance, the 48th president of the United States of America, just Dance Vance. He called out Hassan Piker. He called out Hassan Piker, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. He called out a dog abuser. All right, no one saw this one coming, but we're here. Other leftoids that are in Hassan's orbit are out there calling for the deaths and murders of innocent people. And more importantly, currently, the Democrats voted to shut down the government and essentially rob the 40 million Americans of their SNAP benefits and government funding. So Americans are losing their mind and actually turning on the Democrats. So you're not ready for the video you're about to see. We are going to be diving into all of that. And the reason for that is simple. Hassan says in his defense, how dare you criticize me when there are people hungry in America? I'm not even joking. He uses the but there's a genocide excuse on why he's abusing his dog. So this is incredible stuff. So first we have to see the JD Just Dance Vance clip. This is amazing, and this is totally not at all retribution for Hassan calling me a pedophile on his stream yesterday, because that guy slanders me every single day, doing the classic leftoid mentality. He's trying to get me killed. We're used to it. Lock in, boys and girl. Let's see what we got.
He has this command place, which is basically if I snap my finger and point, he will run to that place and lay down.
You don't have to zap him.
No.
You don't have to zap him, asks the reporter. What is that a reference to, Mr. JD?
Hassan.
Like Hassan Piker, no.
Oh, absolute cinema.
No electrocution of dogs here.
How disgusting is that? What does that tell you about a person?
Well, I think it tells you that they're not, that they're bad people.
Yes.
If you can actually cause suffering to an innocent animal,
that's right,
you're probably the kind of person who doesn't worry about suffering in people as well.
He also supports terrorists.
That's been my experience. If you mistreat dogs, that's almost 100% sign you're going to be a really terrible person. So it's one of the ways we really sort of test people is if Atlas responds well to them, if they like Atlas, we know they're good people. But you can tell if somebody's really mean to animals, it's like the Jeffrey Dahmer thing.
Yes.
Oh, honestly, I'm glad you brought that up, because if you think about it, Hassan Piker and Jeffrey Dahmer are not that dissimilar. Right? Hassan Piker, terrorist, and Jeffrey Dahmer, serial killer. There's got to be an overlap there, right? I mean, Hassan Piker literally supports rapist, pedophile, terrorists. This isn't weird.
Yeah.
Has actually been really bad to animals. That's sort of how they started.
And in fact, treating animals well is in fact biblical. Deuteronomy 25:4, do not muzzle an ox while it is treading out the grain. Right? You want to make sure it could be able to eat. Exodus 23:12 commands rest for animals on the Sabbath, just like humans should be resting on the Sabbath. Genesis 1:26, God gives humans dominions over the animal, but it's not a license for abuse. I'll be real, we are living in truly, truly glorious times. And Hassan Piker, a demon, actually supports abusing animals all the time. Absolutely diabolical. Now, Hassan Piker, terrorist, pedophile supporter himself, definitely took offense to this. He responded, but I just think this is one of the greatest clips in the history of the internet. Just the laugh he gives over here when she brings it up.
You don't have to zap him.
No.
Hassan.
Like Hassan Piker, no electrocution of dogs here.
Oh, that's my favorite clip on the internet. Anyway, so things got much better. Tectone says our 48th president called out Hassan Lamau. Dog Hassan, all you have to do is tell the truth a single time in your life. You refuse. Now all your friends and girlfriend are gonna have to keep covering for you. Pathetic. And this dude is his endless lies, bro. His endless lies, dude. That we're here right now. Free the last Hamas hostage, Mr. 48. You could do it. Do it, my guy. Please, Mr. 48. You gotta do it. So Hassan Piker, first he responds on Twitter. The DHS secretary, Kristi Noem, point blank executed her puppy and dumped his body in a landfill. What does that have anything to do with the fact that you were a serial dog abuser? None of these people care about animal welfare. Actually, I don't think that's true. I mean, there was a forest fire that killed thousands of animals in California. Gavin Newsom and the California cuckery, they did nothing. They absolutely did nothing about it. They, in fact, shut off their fire hydrants. Trump stopped it. So if anyone's out there saving animals, It's the Trump administration. The administration is shutting off the welfare of 40 million people, SNAP benefits, causing them to starve. They don't care about human welfare either. And that's the classic Hassan response. Yeah, why are you accusing me of abusing my dog? Someone else abuses their dog and other people are losing their benefits. And we are going to be talking about the SNAP benefits that are getting lost because this is actually beautiful. I'm really glad that he brought this in because the reason why 40 million people are losing SNAP benefits is because the Democrats voted to shut down the government 13 times. For the record, it's the Democrats that are doing this, and all of their voters, because let's be real, the people on SNAP are voting for Democrats because they're the socialist people that aren't willing to actually get a job. Those guys are losing their asses. So we're going to be talking about that very soon. It's very funny. So of course I responded, silence, dog torturer. This is the only correct response. Silence, dog torturer. All right, we got to make sure that these people know that they are inferior in every possible conceivable way. All right, so that's where we're at, man. Bro's getting absolutely annihilated on the timeline. He's never going to recover from this. It's incredible. So Asmongold reacted to this, and dude, everyone is so happy about this, except for Hassan, obviously. He doesn't love that.
No.
Hassan.
Not like Hassan Piker, no. No electrocution of dogs here.
How disgusting.
Why not?
What does that do about a person?
Well, I think it tells you that they're not, that they're bad people.
Yes.
If you can actually cause suffering to an innocent animal, you're probably the kind of person who doesn't worry about suffering in people as well. And that's been my experience. If you mistreat dogs, that's almost 100% sign that you're going to be a really terrible person. So it's one of the ways, we really sort of test people is if Atlas responds well to them, if they like Atlas, we know they're good people. But you can tell if somebody's really mean to animals, it's like the Jeffrey Dahmer thing. Yeah. Like every serial has actually been really bad to animals. That's sort of how it started.
Oh, he's never
he just goes all the way.
That's right. That's right, Based. That's right,
Based. He just says it.
That's right. Asmongold, take a page out of JD's book and start recognizing Hassan Piker's a fucking freak. All right, that's good. We are making progress, dude. This is what it's like to be. It's not easy being Hassan Piker. It's really not easy being Hassan Piker. Yesterday, Hassan Piker goes on stream. He calls me a pedophile for no reason. All right, this is a straight up lie, slander. It's disgusting and despicable. He'll go out there, he'll call me a pedophile, basically winking and nudging his audience to kill me, because that's what the leftoid mentality is these days. It's disgusting. It's horrible. And his evidence for that is because I made videos criticizing weird shit that came out of Japan, like weird anime. And because of that, now he just calls me a pedophile on his stream every 2 days. It's crazy. So anyway, you call me a pedophile one day, the next day, the JD Vance decides to call you a dog abuser. So let's see the Hassan Piker response. All right, it's awesome.
He will run to that place and lay down.
You don't have to zap him.
No.
Hassan.
Not like Hassan Piker. No electrocution of dogs here.
How disgusting is that? What does that tell you about a person?
Well, I think it tells you that they're not that they're bad people.
Yeah.
If you can actually cause suffering to an innocent animal, you're probably the kind of person who doesn't worry about suffering in people as well. Okay. And that's been my experience. If you mistreat dogs, that's almost 100% sign that you're going to be a really terrible person. So
JD Vance has done.
All right, so let's see. Is he going to deny it?
Spot training for his own dog. So he knows that it is not an abusive practice.
Yeah, it's true. But he doesn't drag them by the tail and stab them in the neck and shock them like you do. So he knows, as someone that did spot training, that you're abusing your dog.
And yet he is still leaning into this fucking idea that I'm like...
This idea that has infinite evidence, by the way. This idea where we have so much evidence that you abuse your dogs.
Abusing my dog.
True.
Which is crazy because, hello, Kristi Noem, the secretary of...
How can you criticize me when there's a genocide going on?
The Department of Homeland Security shot her puppy, Point ISIS execution style.
Which you would support because you support terrorists.
And threw the puppy's body in a goddamn landfill in front of construction workers. And the only...
There's a genocide happening somewhere else. How can you criticize me?
The only reason why we know about it is because she wrote about it in her book.
And how dare you criticize me? How could you criticize me?
What is happening?
There's a genocide happening. There's a genocide.
So transparent that these people not only do not give a shit about animal welfare, They don't give a shit about human welfare either.
And there it is every time.
Because remember, this is the
I'm remembering.
president we're
True.
talking about.
Yep.
The vice president of the United States
Correct.
is talking about Reddit, Twitter drama.
Oh my God. He's the vice president. How dare he talk about literally anything? Oh my God. How dare he talk about the fact that a radical left influencer, the biggest leftist streamer in America, is out there on his stream every day in front of 30,000 people torturing his little animal. Oh my God. How dare he mention that as a tangent?
While we're at the precipice of 40 million American citizens losing their SNAP benefits.
Why are they losing it though? They're losing it because despite the fact that the Republicans keep trying to reopen the government, the Democrats keep voting it closed. He's like, the Democrats are voting the government closed and therefore people are losing their SNAP benefits. How could you criticize me that I'm torturing my dog? He can't even use the genocide line anymore because Trump made a peace treaty. Oh my God, but Israel bombed a few. Yeah, they bombed first, all right? Hamas broke the peace treaty multiple times. Israel obliterated them. Literally good. Fuck terrorists. That's my stance, okay? All right? I don't want American funding all sorts of foreign wars, but I fully support the fuck terrorist position.
And 40 million Americans are about to starve.
They are not about to starve. 40% of them are obese, okay? Not that he cares about stats, but they're not gonna starve.
Okay? 40 million Americans are about...
Like, look at this fear-mongering. He's like, look at what he's doing. Do you understand how evil this is? He's like, you torture your dog. And he's like, 40 million people starving. That's like 8 Holocausts. It's like, what are we doing, man?
To starve in 2 days because...
2 days, bam! 40 million starved, dead Americans that are all obese.
Administration.
Can I say something? Snap is the biggest scam, and I'm going to show you why today. All right, today I am going to show you exactly how big of a scam the Snap shit is. All right? Yeah, because you're not ready for it. All right? It is an abused system.
Does not want to use the existing $6 billion that they have in their contingency funds to keep giving money to people.
That's right. When people take the government and the people hostage from you, you're supposed to spend all of your contingency funds to feed their people. This is the Hassan worldview. Like, he does the same thing when it comes to the Israel-Gaza war. He does the same exact thing with the Hamas conflict. Do you understand how insane this is? Do you understand how absolutely diabolically insane this is? Hamas starts a war, all right? Israel retaliates. And then he's like, Israel needs to make sure to feed all of the Palestinians. And they did, by the way. And Israel actually fed the Palestinians, and there was no starvation in Gaza. And that was a literal fraud lie that was proven by the United Nations. And despite all of that fact, this is the classic mentality. The Democrats vote to shut down the government, and he's like, I can't believe the Republicans are going to call me out for electrocuting my dog. Dahmer Diddy Piker over here for electrocuting my dog when there are literally people that are going to be starving because of the Democrats.
They're going to go to food banks.
Oh my God! That sounds like they're not starving. That sounds like they're not going to starve if they can go for food banks. Dude, you are the ultimate, holy griftamole. This guy's pathetic. So then they're not going to starve. That means they're going to actually need to go to food banks to get food. You know, like they should if they have no money. They should get a job, okay? This whole Snap EBT thing, I'm glad it's a discussion, because that shit's a scam. It's a scam. It is way overused. It should only be used in specific instances. Should not be used in this unbelievable amount. Like, are you crazy? Sorry, man. None of them are starving.
Which will not be able to make up for the lack of SNAP benefits that they get.
He does not stop. He does not stop. That's incredible, man. That's absolutely incredible. That's wild. You electrocute your dog. 40 million Americans! Anyway, so this is one of Hassan Piker's cronies. She was on Hassan's stream a couple of times. Jennifer Welch over here. They're starting to call her the Joe Rogan of the left. Now that Hassan Piker abuses his animal, they needed a new Joe Rogan of the left. And they decided to get Karen Bitchfuck McGee. Obviously, the last Joe Rogan of the left was not exactly going over super well. As it is, the last Joe Rogan over the left, he's, let's just say, not exactly in the best position right now. So she's been going viral today, and I wanted to show you what she went viral for.
Finally, If you think this Zoran thing is happening just in New York, and you think people are waking up only in New York City, you're mistaken. Look at this clip of a wine mom at the No Kings March. Play the clip.
Whatever his name was?
Charlie Kirk, ma'am?
Yeah, him is horrible. Horrible.
Charlie Kirk is horrible?
Yes, I'm glad he's not here.
You're glad he's dead?
Yes.
Why would you say something like that, ma'am?
Because he was horrible on the campuses, the college campuses. Horrible person.
You know what? I do the exact same thing. Would you be glad if I would die?
Maybe. I'd have to think about it.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
Your friend just said she'd be happy if I died.
So listen up.
Know where we're at, they want you dead. Know where we're at, no exaggeration at all, they want you dead. All right, make it clear. Literally make it clear in your mind, they want to kill you. Anyway, let's keep going.
Democratic establishment. You can either jump on board with this shit, or we're coming after you in the same way that we come after MAGA.
So she is saying she is supporting the death threats and the incitement of violence and potentially even the assassinations of MAGA, and now she wants to come after the Democrat establishment the same way, unless they completely cave to the radical lefties like the Hassan Pikers, the AOCs, the Zoran Mamdanis. Unless you, the Democrat establishment, actually go all the way to the radical leftoids, she supports your assassinations. All right, this is why people are leaving the left. This is why the people on food stamps are waking up and realizing that the left is using them as hostage and as bait to basically manipulate Trump and the government. I think the government, honestly, the biggest mistake that the Trump administration is doing is that they're not going far enough. It's not authoritarianism to basically enforce the law. So, therefore, if you are inciting violence, you should get thrown into jail for 15 years. All right? If you are stopping police officers, jail. If you are throwing rocks at police officers, jail. If you are protecting illegals evade arrest, jail. And I don't care if you're a podcaster, if you're a protester, if you're a senator, if you're a mayor, if you're a governor, I don't care. I literally do not care. Pritzker, the governor of Illinois, or whatever the fuck, that dude yelling around at people hiding from ICE agents, jail him. Literally throw him in jail. The end. Period. I don't care. But he's a politician. He broke the law. No one's above the law. Fuck him. Jail. All right? That's all of these people. Every single one of them. Trump needs to go 1,000 times harder than he is going right now. 1,000 times harder. You break the law, jail. End. Period. The end. Moving on. Moving on. Don't care. Shut up. Talk to the hand, bitch. I don't care.
Period. Stop taking AIPAC money. Go on an I'm sorry I took AIPAC money atonement tour if you want to stay in power.
That's right. Unless the leftists, the Democrats in power do an apology tour, she is threatening them with the same violence she's threatening the right.
Stop missing out on these big rallies. Hakeem and Chuck should have been front and center introducing the next mayor of New York City, but no, they wouldn't show up because they're pussies.
Because he's an Islamist, radical, communist, terrorist supporting fuck.
They're pussies that are beholden to the same corporations that helped Donald Trump get elected. And this is just an embarrassment. Kudos to Bernie, to AOC, to Zoran. And that woman out in somewhere middle America saying, fuck Charlie Kirk, he was a racist, he was a piece of shit. There are so many more of us than there are of them. And
there actually aren't, and I know that because Trump won the election with the majority vote and got all 7 swing states. All 7 swing states. So no, you're literally retarded. These people all need to go to jail. All of them. Every single one of the people that's breaking the law like this, jail. Trump is not being nearly hard enough. They just arrested 9 violent rioters. Not enough. Not enough. Throw 100 of them in there. Today. All right, we have video footage of them being violent. I don't know why we're dealing with this, man.
These Democrats that continue to play patty cake with corporations and lobbyists, nobody wants that. Nobody wants you. We want politicians to speak freely and look at what the benefit is. Look at what is happening in New York. And you dipshits are sitting
New York is falling apart.
On the sidelines, running your social media like complete dorks. It's embarrassing. Get your shit together. Hakeem and Chuck, seriously get your shit together because the Democratic Party is moving on. We are moving on.
Moving on, they say. Moving on. Yep, they're moving on, all right. So the Democrats are currently splitting in half. You have half of the left party literally falling off the far left radically. literally falling into the communist Islamist fucking rabbit hole cesspit orgy. The other half of the left is literally stray lambs. They have no idea what the fuck they're doing. And they're all being absolutely destroyed. You have to understand where we are, all right? Not only do they want you dead, but they are very comfortable saying it because they know there's no repercussions. So anytime someone calls me an authoritarian, because I get that a lot, Nux supports authoritarianism. Absolutely not. But I do want Trump to go 10,000 times harder than he's going right now. So I want to make that very clear. I do not want him to be authoritarian. I want him to uphold the law as well and successfully as he can. That's right. You break the law, jail. That's what I want. That's what I want. That's not authoritarianism. That's called justice. And I want Trump to go 10,000 times harder. Anyway, thanks, woman. Very cool. Anywho, I wanted to show you what's going on with these SNAP benefits that Hassan Piker was yelling and screaming about. All right, because that's the classic Hassan Piker. How dare you accuse me for harassing and abusing my dog when there's literally 40 million people getting hungry now? So this is Chuck Schumer, the guy in charge of the Democrat shutdown. So let's see what he had to say.
You say Democrats have no responsibility for the
We are saying the Republicans can fund it now, and they're using these people as hostages. Plain and simple. Next.
And he refuses to even engage with the question. He says the Republicans are using them as hostages, when in reality, that's not even remotely true. That's not, like, anywhere near true. The Democrats are the ones that have been using the country as a hostage. They are the ones that have been consistently voting to keep the government shut down, and it's their fault that these people are losing their SNAP benefits. Now, you're not ready for what that means, because this accidentally, and I think this was not calculated by the Democrats at all. This is the wildest part. They don't realize how badly this is turning on them, because now everyone's discussing SNAP benefits. And we're like, yeah, no, actually keep SNAP benefits shut down, actually, Trump, don't worry, we got your back, Trump. Let's actually keep the SNAP benefits shut down. Maybe they should get jobs instead of parasiting and leeching off of society. And it's really not looking good for the Democroids.
This country that need food stamps on a weekly basis. And we're saying people deliberately instead of Americans, because most of the people that are on food stamps aren't even from this country.
People don't like that. There's already been a rise of nationalism in America. All right, for a very long time, Americans, let's just say, have immigrant fatigue. And this is all because of Biden, because people really weren't talking about this until Biden decided to open the borders and let in 30 million illegals. So people are starting to have immigrant fatigue, and then they start to realize 60% of food stamp benefits are going to foreigners? Really? Interesting. Now, there's obviously many nuances. If it would only be for, let's say, 40% of the amount that it is, that would make a big difference. But it's not the case. I have someone in my chat that says that they have SNAP because they have 2 disabled children that need 24-hour care. I think that's exactly what SNAP should be made for people like that. Not for fucking parasites that invade our nation and literally exist just to leech off of my tax dollars. Absolutely not.
45% of Afghanistan immigrants are on food stamps. 42% of Somali immigrants, 34% of every immigrant from Iraq, 23% of Haitians, 59% of all illegal aliens are collecting food stamps.
So now, every single time these motherfuckers say, why do you want to deport them? They make the country better. They are parasites. I got canceled for calling them parasites in my previous video, so I'm going to be doing it again. That's how I roll. They are parasites. They are literally here sucking and leeching off the system. 60% of illegals are getting my tax dollars to fund their lunch. And you know what you could use food stamps for? DoorDash. You don't even need to buy, it's not just for raw materials. It's not just for vegetables and raw meat. It's literally for food, for DoorDash, bro.
Meaning that most of the people getting food stamps from the U.S. government and the U.S. taxpayer are not even Americans. Think about that. And we didn't know about any of this before the government shutdown started.
Look at that. No one looked into this. No one realized how big the scam actually was. But oh me, oh my, now that the Democrats decided to shut down the government, people started looking, people started reading, and let's just say we're tired of you. And let's just say this is not going the way you expected. You thought the government shutdown would hold us hostage? Oh, no. It's tearing you in half.
But thanks to Democrats, we can confirm tonight that millions of Joe Biden illegal aliens, people who crossed the border when Joe was president, are now collecting food stamps from a program funded by hardworking American taxpayers. There are
Understand how crazy that is. The Democrats are importing an underclass to always exist as the inferior culture in the United States, where they steal and siphon our tax dollars in order to get their votes. And they create this classist system, where shit kind of sucks for them. Now, Elizabeth Warren, leftoid extraordinaire, senator, decided to tweet this. For the first time in modern history, Donald Trump is shutting down SNAP. That means 42 million Americans will miss out on food assistance funds starting November 1st. Donald Trump is choosing to let mamas and their babies go hungry. Except it's literally her that voted for this. It's literally her. You voted to shut down SNAP, dipshit, 12 times. There's record of it. The Democrats shut down the government in order to use that as an excuse to propagandize the American people that it's Trump that's stealing their food. But this isn't going to work. This has, as you can see, 4 million views and only 7,000. This has 7,000 likes and 23,000 replies. You don't realize how badly they're getting obliterated. Anna Paulina Luna said, respectfully, man, Republicans have tried to reopen the government 13 times. You voted against it 13 times. You know, she is getting annihilated. The Senate Republican said, completely false. The president cannot use the emergency funds for SNAP. And Senator Warren has voted against SNAP funding 12 times this last month. Instead of blaming the president, Senator Warren should do her job and vote for a bipartisan bill that fully funds SNAP. But now things are changing. I actually would really like it if Trump decided to completely abolish the SNAP system and rebuild it, actually. So this government shutdown could be a blessing in disguise. Now is time for Trump to tell them, sorry, bitches, you lost the opportunity of this bill. We're making a new bill that's a little worse for you. And we're going to make another new bill every week that's a little worse every time. And the sooner you agree, the best it is. And Trump needs to do that. Trump needs to really show them the art of the deal. Shut them down, man. Absolutely. So anyway, this is a poor Iraqi refugee coming in front of the council to cry that he doesn't have SNAP. He doesn't have SNAP benefits, guys.
Without the government support, I cannot stay maybe a month or 2 months.
Pima County
Well, this seems like a self-correcting problem, doesn't it?
Chairman Rex Scott told News for Tucson he's deeply concerned about the impact on local refugees and
without
sounds like you should leave, brother. I'm not trying to be rude here or anything, Mr. Iraqi, but I think you should go. Oh, don't want to be rude about this, but look at this. Reese Big Chocolate Lava Cups, eligible with SNAP. Why the fuck am I paying for Iraqis to have SNAP fucking Reese cups? Sorry, bitch. I think you should go. 43 million Americans are on food stamps, SNAP. This is the tip of the iceberg. 80% of SNAP participants are on Medicaid. 61% of SNAP participants receive benefits from 2 or more additional safety net programs. And 53% of immigrants are on at least one welfare program. Welcome to modern society. They're importing an underclass to literally outvote us while siphoning off our tax dollars. Right? People complain about funding foreign wars, and I do too. I don't want to be funding every foreign war on the planet. I really don't like that. But, like, you realize that we're putting more money into this than foreign wars, and it's not even close. This is insane. Poor people can use SNAP and EBT for DoorDash. For DoorDash, bro! What an offensive waste of our money! I am paying taxes so that illegals that jump over the border could take that money and take shit, and this is what Hassan Piker is yelling about? How could I can't abuse my dog but what about the Iraqis that need DoorDash? And that's what Hassan Piker is yelling about. Now, in case you're curious, if you want to see some charts that are probably going to ruin your life, as you can see, this is the federal food stamp SNAP spending in billions. So as you can see, currently, it's somewhere here between 120 and 140 billion dollars every single month. Holy crap. And as you can see, it kind of jumped around 2020. Did anything
the government support, I cannot stay maybe a month or
you gotta leave. Did anything happen in 2020? This looks like the Biden spike. It's almost like It's almost like it matches very well with the historical illegal crossings into the U.S. southern border. It's almost like it's a direct match that Biden imports the invasion, and then the invasion steals our money. It's kind of weird how that happens. America spends $7.8 billion monthly on SNAP. Sorry, I said before was yearly, that one, not monthly. So America spends $7.8 billion monthly on SNAP. If illegals were removed from SNAP, the cost would be reduced by 70%. If all benefits were cut off, they would leave. Do you realize where we are? Do you realize where we are? This is diabolical. For the record, America spends $7.8 billion monthly on SNAP. America spends, as just off the top of my head, between $2 and $3 billion a year on Israel. So, and that is less, that is like a third. That is a third of what's spent every month on SNAP. Like, bro, this is insane. This is crazy. In 1 year, they spent more than 30 times on SNAP than on, Israel, as an example. All right? Like, this is crazy. And again, I am a big fan of shutting off a lot of foreign aid, to be clear. But this is insanity. This is absolute insanity. Complete and utter insanity. That's over 5 billion illegals taking money every month. But no, that doesn't affect us at all. That doesn't affect us at all. No, what are you talking about? I don't really care anymore. The fact that 40 million Americans are on SNAP benefits blows my mind. We have a huge fraud problem in America. Generational benefits should not be a thing. The whole system needs to be revamped. It's wild. It's wild. It's wild and it's insane. And completely true. This is not right, bro. Last week, no kings. This week, send me food, king. Yep, that's where we're at. That's where we're at. King, please give us peasants some food. We can't actually get jobs for ourselves because we believe in socialism. SNAP costs the taxpayers $145 billion a year. Recipients spend twice what the average worker does on groceries. Obviously, because they're not making their own money. Dude, when you make your own money, all right, I don't know, like, I'm sure that some people in my audience are, making their own money, and some people are, living with their parents or whatever. Anyone that makes their own money knows you spend less because you feel that to waste it because you worked so hard to get it. So you immediately think about budgeting a lot more if you're actually making your own money, whereas if you're a leech, you really don't fucking care. So these people are apparently spending double what the average person does, and they actually do nothing to get it. They're actually just sitting there on their asses. Instead of getting jobs, they're just filling out government benefits. That's insane. Insane. SNAP programs should not be allowed to restart until all recipients reapply and are approved under far stricter standards. I agree. I refuse to believe that there are 43 million Americans in need of me to pay for their Mountain Dew. I completely agree. Legit recipients should welcome this audit. Literally 1,000%. This is insane. I'm really glad that we're actually looking into this. I'm really glad this is a discussion that people are actually talking about. All of this SNAP discourse makes me feel like I'm the only person actually paying for groceries. And all the people that are actually making a living and spending money on shit. Like, it's brutal. It's absolutely brutal. Like, you're counting how much money you're spending on food and stuff because, everything gets more expensive and inflation is a bitch. And then you see, like, these people that aren't working at all and they just get infinite shit. It's absolutely unreal. So this is a take I completely agree with, for the record. Completely agree with. I am convinced we could solve nearly all SNAP issues overnight if SNAP only covered whole foods and meat and nothing else. Vegetables and meat, end of list. I completely agree. I completely and utterly agree. There's no reason why we should need to fund a cushy lifestyle. SNAP is not meant to give you a cushy lifestyle. This is not a communist country. This is a capitalist country. Fuck you if you disagree, and you can self-deport if you want. But I fully support this. What about bottled water? Drink water from the sink. Okay? I'm sorry. It's just as good. It won't kill you. It really won't. And most bottled water is just from a sink somewhere else. All right? I refuse to believe that shit actually matters. Fruits, vegetables, meat, that's it. I don't care. No Reese Puffs, no infinite candy and cookies and snacks and ice cream. I don't care. Sorry, that shit sucks. Get a fucking job if you don't like it. Get a job. I don't know why we need to play this game. You know what? Pasta. You could add pasta to the list. I'd be comfortable with adding pasta. Because maybe you don't have time to cook. All right? So you could add pasta. Raw pasta. The end. Not instant soup. Not instant soup. Raw pasta that you could buy in bulk. You could buy like 10 pounds of pasta for like $2, all right? Some shit. Infinite ramen noodles, all right? That I support. But that's it. Don't care. Get the frick out of there. Anyway, that's my opinion. So Tim Waltz decided to hit you with girl math because it's the leftist party, and the leftist party is just a hyper-feminized society of overly emotional bitches clutching their pearls. Every $1 invested in Snap generates $1.80 in economic activity. It's not about the money. Trump wants Americans to go hungry. First of all, you are literally the ones voting. You are literally the ones voting for this, my guy. You voted to shut down the government. But this is not how society works. This is not even remotely close to how the economy works. Giving people money for food instead of making them work for it is a major driver of economic activity. This is the worst stat I've ever heard. Like, you know how the leftoids whip out bullshit stats as often as they possibly can? This has got to be the absolute worst fake statistic I've ever seen in my entire life. Literally ever. It's like every $1 invested in Snap generate. It's like this meme is exactly what he's saying. He's like, yes, let's just plug it into ourselves. We'll generate so much economic activity. You see, every time we tell people they don't have to work and we give them money for free, it actually helps the economy. Like, this is some bullshit, man. This doesn't work at all. This makes no sense to anyone with a brain. Anyway, so I wanted to show you another thing that all these benefits are covering. There is currently a brand new issue in America that I feel the need to talk about because I believe in human life. Unlike some people, pro-abortionists trying not to think about raped 10-year-olds. They can't do it, obviously, because that's their whole argument. If a 10-year-old is raped, should that mean that you have to kill the fetus, blah, 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 you kill the baby, blah, blah, blah. So currently, there's something of a drama that's going on because they're opening these 34-week abortion clinics where at 34 weeks, which, by the way, is a unbelievable number. At 34 weeks, they are opening abortion clinics. Now, a 34-week-old fetus is a whole baby. That's a whole baby, okay? With a brain, with a heartbeat. It's shocking. It's shocking. It's absolutely shocking. 34-week-old, for the record, 34-week-old fetuses could survive out of the womb. They're not just whole babies, but you could take them out and put them in a hospital and they could survive out of the womb, okay? And this is considered healthcare, in case you're unaware. This is considered healthcare. Someone in my chat just said that I survived at 22 weeks. Yeah. Someone in my chat just said my oldest was born at 32 weeks. Yes. And then your son that was born at 32 weeks, that son of yours is a whole person. Thank God. Made in the image of God. Hopefully, he brings you a lot of joy. But this is absolute insanity. Absolute insanity. So they're opening this up, and it's your tax dollars that are funding this shit, and hopefully that gets shut down immediately in the government shutdown. And people are starting to say it's not true. It's not easy. It's only if you're in danger that you can get a late-term abortion. That's what they keep saying. That's what they keep saying. You know, they're like, no, dude, what are you talking about? And obviously, it's only in specific instances. It's only if you were raped. It's only if it's a danger. It's only if it's life-threatening. Blah blah blah. All right. So this girl decided, you know what? I'm going to call a late-term abortion facility and see how difficult it is. And remember, this is on government funding. This is on your taxpayer dollars because they consider this health care.
How can I help you?
I'm looking to have an abortion.
How far longer?
I'm 34 right now. My boyfriend is kind of out of the picture now, so I don't really have any support.
It's a 4 to 5 day procedure. A needle is inserted through the abdomen and into the fetal heart. Lidocaine is injected, and that will completely numb the fetus. After that, we inject a medication called digoxin and another medication called KCL, which will slow and then stop the fetal heartbeat. And then we'll give you a medication called misoprostol. Misoprostol will sort of induce contraction, will assist you in sort of pushing in the induction, and then remove all of the products of conception. You're definitely going to
products of conception is the baby that's murdered.
Feel discomfort and cramping, but we do give you fentanyl and Versed during the procedure. We specialize in later trimester care. Our doctor is very well versed in what he's doing, and he's very good.
So I'm not like a rare situation. Y'all help women this late in pregnancy all the time?
All the time.
So the lefties keep talking about how Trump is Hitler and stuff, but they are literally doing the Holocaust right now. They are literally doing the Holocaust. Every single year, 1 million babies are killed in abortion. Every year. That's in America alone. That's the stats. And it's absolutely diabolical. It's the most evil thing I've ever heard in my life. Late-term abortion clinics that are just super easy to go through. Yep, it's super easy, baby. Super easy, absolutely. And it's brutal. It's absolutely brutal. Oh my God. Anywho, I'm just like shocked. So again, that's where your tax dollars are going, in case you were curious. So this person made a post that went super viral. This got 6 million views and 100,000 likes. You are not better than someone on welfare, just luckier. Bitch, I have a job, all right? I am not luckier. Well, I am luckier because I had, I guess, two parents that raised me, I guess. But get a job. Unbelievable. Cut it out with that bullshit. This victim shit is insane. No. I'm not luckier. I worked my ass off. You've got to stop, bro. You've got to stop this. So anyway, I have to show you what the people that Hassan Piker is fighting for in the name of abusing his dog. I have to show you what's going on. All right, so this lady is obviously worried about starving because of food stamps leaving.
Employee of the school district, I only get paid once a month. By the time I get my bills paid, I have nothing left to pay for food and other basic needs. If it wasn't for SNAP benefits, I wouldn't be able to feed my children or myself.
Bitch, it would take you years to starve to death, okay? You've got to be, they're not sending their best.
I work, pay my bills, and like every other mom, I want to be sure that I have enough food to put on the table.
Ho, you are eating their meals. You've got to be kidding. You've eaten the next 4 years of food. Bro, if they had you in Egypt, they would not have survived the 7 years of famine. Like, what are we talking about, bro? This is crazy, bro. This is crazy. Like, so anyway, I love how they're all fat. Why are you fat? Bitch, if you're starving, like, take that as an opportunity. What are you doing? Next step, she has to eat her children to survive. Like, bro, what are we talking about? Oh, my Lord. Oh, my God, she'll starve without eating. Come on, dude. Why are you 400 pounds? Find someone who's less than 400 pounds to deliver the message. Anyway, here's some Venezuelan illegals in Chicago getting all their expenses paid by taxpayers, including $15,000 in food stamps, $5,000 in cash, 6 months free rent, priority on Section 8 housing. And we are paying for these people invading our country and stealing our food. And that's why they call them parasites, even though I get canceled for it on Twitter.
$15,000 in food stamps and $5,000 cash money.
Cash money.
Every month they're getting that. Yes, and they're getting 6 months free rent. But this was the first time I heard about it. Now I've heard it's 2 years free rent, getting Section 8 first, prioritized before the citizens. So the Venezuela.
Wow, it's almost like the leftoids literally set this system up to import people to invade our country and then feed them over our country so that they could continue getting their votes or something. Wow. They'll get all the cash money.
The migrants that are coming in here, they are getting 6 months free rent, $15,000 in food stamps, and credit card, $5,000. Cash.
$5,000 cash. They're not even paying taxes. Who knows? Whoever they pay probably also isn't paying taxes.
Goodness. How do the people in Chicago feel about that? Well, people are angry because there's a lot of people, that need help with Medicaid and food stamps, and they get rejected. Tell me about the
second-class citizens in your own country.
I've seen on the streets collecting clothes. By my house, there's a Walgreens. There's a lot of families that go stand by the door with a pamphlet saying they need money and food.
Money.
And they're Venezuelans getting money. And then they go in the bus and don't pay. Go in the trains, don't pay. And they're not getting in trouble for
Uh-oh.
They can commit a crime or something and nothing happens. Something happens.
I'm just saying, Chicago voted for this, so I don't really feel that bad for them. I feel worse for me, personally, all right? I'm not trying to be selfish here or anything, but this is kind of literally self-induced issue. Every single fucking guy that voted for this shit, y'all fucking made your bed. Now eat your own ass, please.
They get away with everything. By my house, a car passed by. It said Venezuela in the back windshield. On the front windshield said Venezuela. And on the side of the window, this said Chandel Rock. And they drove by my house.
All right, that doesn't mean literally anything. But anyway, not the point. The point is, this shit is a system designed to eat you alive, all right? And now, obviously, the usual suspects, certain people are having fatigue in society. Now, this is obviously a very dark-skinned white man, and this dark-skinned white man All right, this is a white supremacist cisgender male that is very unhappy with the current society.
I just wanted to come real fast just to make this video, just to make something very, very clear to the white man. Black Americans do not care about your government shutdown.
Which was done by the leftists, which you all voted for the record.
Black Americans do not care about you taking away our EBT and our...
All right, well, I'm glad you don't care. I don't care either, actually.
Government assistance, because Black Americans never depended on the American government to...
Stop taking money. We're on the same page.
Take care of us and feed us because we never could. We were never able to depend on the government in spite of what you may say.
So they'll take money from us, and instead of saying thank you, which is what they should say, then they're gonna hit us with the fucking, we never took anything from you anyway? Bro, this is some, like, dude, you gotta... I think that we need to include something in SNAP and food stamps, all right? If they don't have a job, all right? If they don't have a job, they're not willing to work, all right? I'm not talking about people that do have jobs or people that have disabilities or stuff like that. But if you are unemployed, all right, I think that anyone that gets SNAP needs to record a thank you video every single month saying thank you to all of the Americans that have jobs that are paying for my food this month. Thank you so much for looking after me and my family. And that needs to get posted to their personal social media account. That's my opinion. And also a drug test. But I think you need to do that every single month. I think it's only fair. Bro, you're literally getting thousands of dollars for free. What are you talking about? What do you mean? You can't even say fucking thank you? That's the bar is on the ground, baby. And and unfortunately, if you don't want to do that because it's a slight against your dignity, get a fucking job.
What you may try to force us to believe. So you can sit back and you can mock.
That's what I'm doing.
Can laugh.
I'm doing that too.
And you can think that you're about to starve us to death. But
no one's trying to starve you to death, actually. No. If you'd get a job, you wouldn't have this issue.
I'm here to let you know that we are going to eat regardless.
All right, what are you gonna eat?
Even if we have to hunt you animals down.
She's threatening to eat us, guys. Guys, this cisgender white male is threatening to eat us.
And roast and eat you.
All right, cannibal threats. That's a death threat? Jail? Jail!
Delectable curse.
Oh, no, hitting us with a slur. I think we gotta whip this biatch into shape, baby. That's right. The 3 IQ cannibal over here really thinks that this is gonna help anyone.
And cheese. We will make it happen if we have to. Trust and believe me. And if it takes this government shutdown for Black people to finally come from under the government and understand that we don't need to be paying our taxes into this government.
We're not paying taxes anymore, guys. We are going... Bro, jail!
What we really need to...
By the way, do you want to hear a funny statistic that I think is going to make a lot of you smile? Did you know that the Black community in America is the #1 richest group of Black people anywhere in the world? I'm including all of Europe. I'm including all of Africa. The #1 richest group of Black people on the planet are Black people in the United States of America. Did you know how much privilege they have by being in America? I mean, obviously, their ancestors got here during some relatively uncouth circumstances, but that's in the past, so I don't care about that anymore, actually, it turns out. Yeah, hot take, that doesn't really matter anymore. Yeah, sorry, I know that's offensive, but I don't actually care. Get a job.
Be doing is taking care of one another, buying land, and growing our own food and building our own nation. If this government shutdown and starvation is what it's going to take...
Dude, if you really want your own nation, I feel like you could leave.
Then let the party begin. It's Black power, baby, and we rise.
Yeah, so anyway, this person needs to be in jail or deported. Jail or deported, that's right. Jail or deported. That's one or the other. But unfortunately, the Trump administration is like, man, I appreciate the fact that they're arresting people and beating the shit out of people. That's wonderful. I fully support that. Don't get me wrong. That shit's awesome. But they're not doing it enough is what I'm trying to say. All right. I really feel like they need to do exactly what they're doing, except about 10,000 times as much. All right. Anyway, moving on. Fully legally. No authoritarianism. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Anyway, moving on. It keeps getting better because these crash outs are diabolical.
I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. Like, the real reason why a lot of people are upset about this whole food stamps, SNAP benefit thing, bro, is because they're selling their food stamps, bro.
The scam gets deeper.
Selling them. I'm telling you, they are selling their food stamps, bro. You know how many people in New York and other states right now are going to the corner store, the deli, and they're selling their food stamps, bro? They're selling, that's why they're getting like $4,000, $3,000 in food stamps, and they're selling it for cash. They'll get $4,000 in food stamps, and they'll just take like $1,000 in cash. Like, bro, like that's happening like everywhere.
The scam gets better.
That's why they're mad. That is exactly why they're mad right now. And you know the thing about it?
Imagine them making, like, I pay taxes. My taxes go into this food stamp fund where hundreds of billions of dollars a year goes to allegedly poor people that essentially just take that and sell it for cash that they use to buy drugs.
Two, they will never admit to selling their food stamps.
Obviously not. That's a crime.
But it's happening.
Of course it's happening. Obviously, we need to revamp this whole system. I'm really glad this is happening because people are starting to look into it. Yeah, no, this is actually old news. So, whatever. I'm not going to give you any personal Nux lore because again, the allegations against me about being a Mossad operative are actually gathering steam, apparently. Because apparently if you call out Hassan Piker for electrocuting his dog, it makes you seem like you're a Mossad operative. So I'm not going to give you any lore here. All I do know is the fact that you have some really rich people in New York. They're rich as fuck. They own property. They're out there. They're out there worth millions, okay? And they're on food stamps because they do business in cash. You heard correctly. They literally go around, they hire illegal immigrants, they pay the illegal immigrants in cash to do jobs that they make a ton of money on in cash, and then they're on food stamps because the government doesn't know that they're making millions. Now, I'm not gonna say that this is a cultural thing or anything, but I am gonna say is that there's a lot of people that are doing literally exactly this, and it needs to be fucking revamped. We need to look into this, man. So there's infinitely more of these crash outs.
And I just want to come on here and say to you people that be standing in front of the stores and the Good Samaritans and all of that, when November 1st come, and if they don't uplift this shutdown for these SNAP benefits,
everyone's turning on the left, man.
I'm going to need y'all to mind y'all business. Please mind y'all business. Those people, they trying to feed their kids, and they trying to go home and just feed their kids. And I would.
Oh, I have so much empathy for these people that want to steal your money to feed their kids.
I would hate for you to not be able to make it back to your family and for you to not be able to make it back home.
That sounds like a threat of violence. Jail.
Because you trying to save these billionaire companies.
So they don't get rights if they're rich enough? If you reach a certain level of richness, they just lose their rights? You want to feed your kids with other people's money? Instead of getting a job, you would not have this problem if you either A, had a job, B, had a husband, or C, kept your legs closed. All right? I don't know why this is my problem.
You hear me? Of their funds when they actually have insurance on every box of macaroni in there.
As if that's not going to be paid out.
So just mind your business and go on. And if you going to be a good Samaritan and you going to stand there and you going to pay and you going to do all of that, do your part. Do your part. But for those that are out there trying to do what the fuck they gotta do, please leave them people alone and let them take that food back to their kids.
Jail forever. Maybe not her specifically. She's just inciting it. Maybe not forever. But any person that's actually robbing stores and stuff and vandalizing, dude, we cannot have another Black Lives Matter George Floyd riot. We can't. The country can't survive it. To be frank, we need to start locking people up that are actually committing crimes because we need law and order in our country. And I don't care if it's the military, if it's the feds, if it's the police. They need to be thrown away into a hole for a long fucking time. This is not acceptable. It's not acceptable, bro. Literally, Old Testament biblical levels of backlash is what these motherfuckers need to be hit with.
Let them take that meal back to their kids. Let them feed their kids. Let them feed their husbands and their fathers and their mothers and all that shit don't have nothing to do with you. Because when all this shit is over,
you'll be in jail.
You either will be here or you won't.
That's a threat of violence. There's no other way to explain it. She is literally saying, if you don't move out the way, we gonna kill you. We was Kangs. I didn't do nothing, and you deserve it. We don't need to live like this.
cars, lock your house up. If you're one of them people that just leave your car.
Bro, she fat as fuck. Look at this bitch. She's like 2 separate area codes. She probably collects double food stamps because she's in 2 addresses at the same time.
Parked in your driveway, you better lock it. With the
bro, her social security number probably has extra digits. God damn it.
Food stamps being gone and people not gonna have no. People gonna eat. Okay, nobody's just gonna. This is 2025. Nobody's just not gonna eat. Nobody's food stamps.
That's right. Nobody's not gonna eat because they could go to soup kitchens or the local church and they will get food. All right, no one's not gonna eat. So I think we should be cutting food stamps because she agrees it doesn't matter. No one's not gonna eat.
I'm telling you right now, even with the government shutdown and the food stamps and stuff going,
which was done by the leftists, by the way,
for next month, and it's gonna affect everybody.
No, it's only gonna affect people that are like unemployed and retarded.
There's about to be a lot of stuff going on. Okay, I'm not even gonna talk about it too much because hey, you know what's about to happen.
What's gonna happen?
Your cars.
All right, threat of thievery, jail, fuck you. Anyway, next. Don't care. These people suck, man. These people, all of them. All right.
Week when millions of people
are
going to have to resort to possibly stealing in order to feed themselves and their families. And
dude, you are a demon. Like, what the fuck am I looking at here, bro?
The government.
She is the Morning Glory milking farm, bro. This is diabolical. Like, she got double nose ring and colored hair, and she's fat as fuck, bro. She steps on a scale. She sees her phone number, bitch. Oh my lord. When she jumped into the Red Sea, she said, "Hey, Moses, beat that." Nah, that's diabolical.
Complaints. Because they will complain about the crime rate going up, even though they're the ones who fucking did it.
Bro, she needs a passport to roll over in her sleep. Holy shit, Nurgle incarnate, baby. This is diabolical.
Make sure you point your anger at the system and the people at the top, because they're the ones.
The leftists? The Democrats that are refused. Like, why are all these people so entitled? Literally, why are all these people so unbelievably entitled that you deserve this? I actually think that my idea of every leftist guy, every person that gets food stamps should have to post a thank you video on their own personal social media in order to be able to get food stamps every single month. Because we're funding these people and they feel so entitled to it. And look, this bitch, she ain't starving, bro. She ain't starving. What are we talking about? This fucking troglodyte over here. She looks like a combination between Rocksteady and Bebop.
Who took the food away from families and poor people and starving children. The poor people just want to eat.
There are no starving children in America. This is not a real thing. Everyone, and I know people are gonna bring me out statistics because the leftoids like making believe that there are statistics. Oh, here are stats of malnourished kids. It's a lie. There's no starvation in America. America does not have a starvation problem. America has an obesity problem, okay? America does not have a starvation problem. Any person in any community could go to a soup kitchen or their local church and they will be fed. This is fake news. There is no starvation problem. Everyone says malnourishment. No malnourishment. It's not true. It's not real. It's not real. I'm sorry. And yes, she does kind of a little bit, in a way, look like Jabba the Fett.
They just want to survive like the rest of us. They just want to keep living like the rest of us. So when you...
Bitch, your heart has an expiration date. Lose weight.
See them stealing, because you will. Because they're going to have to. Make sure your anger isn't directed at the individual. This goes so much deeper. It's time to flip some fucking tables.
All right. She's going to flip tables. They're all violent. Why are leftists also violent?
Because of the government shutdown, now I can't get my...
Because of the leftists?
...stamps for next month. How am I feed my 7 kids?
Get a job! And if you can't afford it, why do you have 7 kids? I had no choice. All 7 of my ex-boyfriends all had to come in my vagina.
I have 7 different baby daddies. And
I was literally kidding. She a hoe, baby. That's crazy. I was literally crazy. That's insane.
None of them no good for me. It's the taxpayer's job to make sure this happens. So,
it is not the taxpayer's job to do literally fucking anything, you absolute entitled bitch.
The taxpayer's job out there...
And she didn't learn from the 6 first baby daddies?
I need y'all to make this happen next month.
By the way, another one of these scams, in case you were curious, is that a lot of them get extra kids on purpose because then they can claim extra food shit. A lot of people are like this. I don't know. I know that you're probably not aware, but that's part of the scam. Part of the scam is having, I have 7 social security numbers and I have 7 kids and I all need to food. And that's how they roll, baby. That's how they roll. It's part of the scam.
Please get me out of this place. I'm tired.
Leave. Just leave. I think all these people should leave. I also am tired. I have a little thing called fatigue. And bitch, you have 2 nose rings. Leave! Bro, I don't know why. I don't know, man. I think all these people should leave, personally. I think Trump should personally allow these people to self-deport. All of them. Give them a free ticket.
My kids have not eaten in 5 days. It is the taxpayer's responsibility to take care of my kids.
No, it's yours. It's your responsibility.
If you're poor, don't have kids, okay? If you're struggling, don't have kids. Don't bring more in. If you already have them, that's another situation. If you don't have them, don't bring any in. And if you have 2, don't go having another one. If you have 1, don't go having 2 more.
So they say 2 million is getting cut off this month for the scamps. I'm about to go find out if I'm in that number, in that ratio. It's been day 5 and I have not received my disability checks is on hold. My cash benefits is not coming no more. They're still pending.
You have a car.
It is the taxpayer's job.
It's not.
To pay for my kids to eat and for my kids to be taken care of.
It's literally not.
I have over 2,000 followers on TikTok and I'm thinking that one person is sending me thanks. If you're watching video and you can't do nothing,
Oh my God, I love these people. I have 2,000 followers on TikTok. Well, these people are so entitled, it's insane. Maybe this will be a wake-up call. Maybe they'll decide to actually get jobs and not be leeches and parasites on society.
My kids have not eaten.
Like, these people are entitled as fuck. I can't, like, it's unbearable.
Cold-hearted for
Oh my God, they get worse and worse. This is crazy. This is insane. She's a couch with nose rings.
If I knew this was the situation that my children were going to have to grow up in, I would have aborted them as soon as I found out I was pregnant.
Because she refuses to get a job, she wants to kill her own children. Is this not the most evil thing you've ever heard? In my opinion, this is actually demonic. Because, like, these are kids that are born, that you know them, that you love them. Or at least you should. And you look at your child, and you think, I wish you were dead. Could you even imagine? I can't even imagine that. Like, this, and they have so much empathy. So much empathy for the illegals. Every illegal immigrant gets empathy. The ones that are actually straining the system. Unreal.
This gonna be the time that you need to clutch him. Y'all was doing all that shit at the wrong time. But
why do they all have nose rings?
This is y'all time to
They're all women. 90% of them are black. I'm just noticing here. I'm just noticing. You can't call me racist for noticing patterns, okay?
show out. Show out then.
And she literally puts the fucking caption, "We robbing white people on 11/1." Bro, why are these people not, like, actually getting consequences for this?
I ain't gonna be mad at
Oh, I'm sorry. This isn't a black person. This is just a very dark-skinned, cisgender white male.
Yep.
Another one of those cisgender straight white males at it again, threatening people the way white males tend to do. All right, here's another one.
If I came in your house with all my bags, picking out all your food, deep freezer, snacks, your grandmama's milk, and everything, what you gonna do? I'm curious. What you gonna...
You want to know the honest truth? I would shoot you. If you broke into my house, you probably would not be walking out.
Do if I was to walk in your house and go grocery shopping in your shit.
And this isn't a threat. I actually fully believe in 100% legal, ruthless violence. Fuck you, all right? Get the fuck out of here. So anyway, no, these people are insane. These people are absolute insane people, and there's so many.
My benefits this month, the food stamps. I feel bad for the motherfucking shop, right?
Threat of robbery.
I will just be rolling my cart out that bitch like I paid for it. But I guess the card just didn't work this month. It'll work next month. I owe y'all now, I guess, because I'm going to be eating Thanksgiving. Fuck you talking about? I'm eating for Thanksgiving. I don't know what the fuck they talking about. And I'm having turkey, ham, all the good shit. Fuck that shit.
Yep, that's where we're at, baby. And there's just millions.
Not our problem. Not our business. It's outside the store. They didn't do it in the store. It's not our property. Call 911. Call the authorities.
Look at these entitled scum.
One time, a lot of motherfuckers think.
So this guy, currently on TikTok, I'm sure that you'll find this curious. I wanted to wrap up the video with this one specifically. What you're unaware is on TikTok. See, now again, I'm not the only one that noticed patterns. Another bunch of people that notice patterns are black people. Black people that are working for a living, that are really fucking frustrated with the fact that the vast majority of people complaining about this are black people. And there's currently a civil war on black TikTok.
Hey, I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say it one time and one time more. A lot of motherfuckers thinking it, but they ain't gonna say it. Listen here, I don't give a fuck about y'all losing y'all food stamp. I'm 25 with no motherfucking kids. I get up at 6 o'clock to go to work, and at the end of the work, I go coach kids. It's just not hard for you motherfuckers out here with kids. It's hard for us too. And no fucking way do I want my hard-earned tax money going towards you and your 9 fucking kids just because you couldn't get off your fucking back and go get a job or tell a motherfucker to wear a car. So no, I do not give a fuck because you're losing your benefits. Bitch, get off your ass, go get a job, do what the fuck you gotta do. to raise your fucking kids because you fucking had them. I'm not paying for your fucking kids anymore. I don't give a fuck about that. Them kids can fucking starve. If you don't care enough to get off your ass and go feed them, why the fuck should my tax money have to do it? The using and abusing of the system. That's right. Because us motherfuckers who can't get SNAP benefits or free medical, bitch, we still gotta make a way. So if they've been saying fuck us for the longest, it's fuck y'all. Tired of motherfuckers getting a free pass, baby. And I'm over here busting my ass without no help. Bitch, you could do the same. Sorry you made poor life choices.
True! True! That's what I'm talking about, baby. Hell yeah, dude. And I'll be real, I'll be honest, not trying to be controversial or anything. It's people like this that hold black people back. All right, now I think I speak on behalf of all black people when I say... Okay, I was going to say the N-word, and then I decided that would not be appropriate. I speak on behalf of all black people when I say, these people make it worse for all of you. They make it worse for all of you. The Black Lives Matter movement, that shit made the entire black community get so much shit for such a long time. The fact that it ended up being a gigantic scam is just insane. All right? Like, everyone crying over George Floyd and whatever. Like, we're not dealing with that, man. That shit's crazy. And honestly, black people get hit the hardest for this. Because, you know, that's what breeds racism. When I'm sitting here, I'm making money, I'm busting my ass, I'm paying my taxes, and I see a fucking entourage of 1,000 angry black people on TikTok crying about how they're entitled to my tax dollars, you know what? That might make me a racist. But the good news is I'm immune to racism, because racism is when you treat different races differently. I, however, treat all races equally poorly, and therefore not racist. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hassan Piker electrocutes his dogs. Fuck these people that aren't willing to get a job. And quite honestly, the left is falling apart. Bye. Like, subscribe, and this video was streamed live on kick.com/Nuxanor. See you there. Stay weird, fam.